Alright guys, welcome back. Tonight we're going to be checking out a flashlight from Thrunite, and this is the Neutron 2C. Now this is the only Thrunite product that I have ever had the chance to play with. Thrunite did send this out. About 2 months ago, they sent me an email asking if I would like to check out one of their flashlights, and I said of course. I always love checking out new products, and I've really grown to like flashlights. Now, we will be going over the specs and all the details about the Neutron 2C, and this is a very unique light. It does have a lot of really cool functions, and it does have one feature specifically that I think you guys are really going to like. Now let's go ahead and check out how this light comes when you get it in the mail. Now the light is obviously out, I've been using it, but you're going to open your box, you're going to have your owner's manual, and underneath here we have our sheath. And I do like this sheath. It does have a belt loop as well as a D-ring. I like this because I can throw this light in this sheath, clip it on a backpack, or just keep it in the sheath to keep it protected. I'm not one to carry a flashlight on my belt. I like to use the pocket clip and carry them in my pocket, but it is nice that you do have these options. Now down in here, we have our micro USB, which is nice. This light is a rechargeable light, and it does have a micro USB port right here on the back, which we'll talk about that in a little bit, but it does come with a micro USB cord. And personally, I love these lights that take the micro USBs. Anymore, it is a very, very common thing, and a USB port, you know, you can plug it in your car, you can plug it into your phone charger, you can recharge this thing just about anywhere. Now, a few more things that differ from other flashlight companies that I've noticed. Thrunite sends out a lanyard, which, you know, who uses a lanyard? Most companies send these out. I usually just, you know, keep them in the box. But a few things that differ from any other flashlight company that I've personally experienced is Thrunite did include extra O-rings as well as extra covers for your micro USB port. Over time opening and closing this, we all know that it is going to get weaker and it may even break off at some point. So it is really cool that Thrunite included 2 extra USB port covers as well as 2 extra O-rings. Just something that I thought you guys would like. And under here they also have this little rubber piece that is used for your button. So if this ever wears out over time, you can simply replace that yourself. Now let's get all this stuff put back up and get a little into the light itself. And like I said, this light does have a few really cool features that I haven't seen in too many other flashlights on the market. And I'm no flashlight guru, guys. I do like flashlights. I have quite a few of them now. You know, I do light reviews because I like them. I want you guys to know my perspective just as an everyday carrier, just an average guy who does like lights, but I may not be, you know, too up to date on all the LED specs and things like that. But let's go ahead and get into the Thrunite Neutron 2C. So the first thing that I want to talk about with this light, and it's probably the most unique thing, is its battery capability. So when you get this light from Thrunite, Amazon, wherever you decide to order it, it's going to come with a Thrunite 18650 rechargeable battery. Now an 18650 is a very powerful battery, very good battery, and it is nice that Thrunite does include that with it. But this light is capable of taking so many different kinds of batteries. I personally only have CR123s, but this light is capable of taking CR123s, 18650s, 16340s, 18350s, and I think that was it, but you can run all these batteries in different combinations. Like right now, I can pop this middle piece off, put it aside, stick a single CR123 in here, and if my batteries don't roll away, stick a single CR123 in this light, which pretty much shrinks it a lot. This would be a great option for a concealed carry type light. I really do like that, and I think my CR123 is dead. I had a bag of them and some of them are used, so it may be dead. But you can run this light off of a single CR123. You can also run this light off of 2 CR123s, which will probably give you about the same amount of power as this 18650. I personally, like I said, I'm not too up to date on all these other batteries. You know, most of my lights run CR123s or 18650s, and that is good with me. I'm happy with those 2 batteries. But I would personally run this light with the 18650 that Thrunite includes. Now, that is just one of the really cool features and one of the really cool things that I don't see in too many other lights. Being able to break this down and shrink it and run this off of so many different kind of batteries would be really nice just in case you don't have an 18650 laying around if this goes dead. You know, if you have a couple extra CR123s, that is just something that I thought was really cool about this light. Now while we're talking about batteries, let's go ahead and get into lumens. So this light is capable of 1100 lumens, and if we give it a quick double click, it'll throw it into that 1100 lumen mode. Very, very bright. Definitely throws a great beam outdoors. It's been raining here for like a week, so I haven't been able to get any outdoor footage, but take my word for it, guys, this thing is ridiculously bright. Now, are there other lights that are brighter than this on the market for its size? Yes, but this light is also coming in at 50 bucks, which is a very competitive price for the quality of the light. Now, a few other modes that this does have, if we go ahead and give it one click, and it does have memory, so it's going to put you back wherever you shut it off before. And I did find something unique with this light. To get into any other mode, or any other brightness setting rather, we're just going to hold our button down. Now, as you guys can see, it's gradually going lower, and I'll show you guys a better example of that, but we'll hold it down and it'll gradually get brighter now. So if you want to stop it right there, you can stop it. If you want it a little brighter, you can go ahead and double click and get your turbo. But it's just really cool that you can hold it and it'll just keep increasing its brightness, and it'll blink once it gets to 650 lumens, which is high mode. And then if we press it again, it'll take it down lumens, and it'll stop once it gets to 12 lumens, which is the low mode. Now, if we want to get this light onto moonlight mode, we just simply hold it on, and if you guys can see that there, I'm not even sure how many lumens this right here is in moonlight mode. It's usually about half a lumen for lights this size, but either way, it is nice being able to run this on such low power, and then with a double click, get it up to such high power. Now let's talk a little bit about runtime. So the runtime on the full turbo mode is 2.2 hours, and what's nice about this is on a lot of other flashlights that I have, they'll have a turbo mode, which is nice, but you can only run turbo mode for say a minute or 2 minutes before the light kicks itself down from overheating. Well, on this Thrunite Neutron 2C, you can throw it in turbo mode and it'll stay here as long as your battery stays charged, which if it's fully charged, it'll be 2.2 hours, but it is really cool that you can run those 1100 lumens constantly. Now, because this light varies in its lumens so much, I mean, you know, you can hold it down and it'll increase to there, or if you're running it, you know, lower, it has so many different variables of how many lumens it's putting out. It's hard to put a runtime on every exact lumen. So Thrunite just says that this light can pretty much run anywhere from 3 hours to 130 hours, which I'm guessing will be on moonlight mode, but it is very cool that they do that. Now, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, this light does come with extra O-rings, so it is completely waterproof, and this light here is IPX8 rated. I'm pretty sure that's 2 meters underwater. I'm not sure for how long it can stay underwater, but for me personally, I won't be dunking this underwater. If anything, I'll be using it out in the rain, and if it does get dropped in the water, you know, I will be retrieving it pretty quickly, so I'm not looking to put this through a torture test to see what it'll do, but it is nice that it is waterproof. Now, as far as the activation button on this light, it is right here on the side, and as we turn it on, it does have a little blue LED indicator, and if this light is about to go dead, that light will turn red, and if the light's overheating, it will blink red. Now, personally, I'm used to running lights with the side activation. You know, I'm familiar with it, I do like it, but I'm also getting into lights that have a tail cap switch. Now, some guys will only run lights with a tail cap switch, to run it like so, but I do like the fact that it is on the side. I'm personally used to that, but I have seen lights come out lately that have both, which is really cool. So that is something that would be nice to see Thrunite do, is throw a tail cap activation on here. Maybe they'll do that sometime down the road. It just would be nice to see some options. So like I said, it's been raining here in Indiana for quite some time. I haven't really been able to get good footage of this light outside, but this light does have a throw of 262 yards, which is very impressive for its size, and it is a very bright light. I've been using this light a lot at work, in crawl spaces, you know, just checking up in attics, things like that. I do general maintenance, so I'm always getting into some odd situations. And I have had this light out at night walking the dogs, and it is a very, very bright light. What I've noticed about this light is it doesn't have a ton of spill. It's really more like a steady beam, which I personally like, that tight beam versus a whole bunch of spill. It just really depends what you want in a light. Now, as I mentioned, this light's coming in right at 49 bucks. You might as well call it $50, and it does have a 2-year warranty. Now, if there is anything that I could complain about this Thrunite flashlight, it would probably be the fact that it does not have a magnetic tail cap. That is something I've gotten very, very used to. And also, I would like to see it come out with an option for a tail cap activation. Now, I'm not sure if Thrunite does have any other flashlights that have a tail cap activation. That's something I'll have to think about down the road. But all in all, guys, I have really liked this light, and for $50, I think it's a very versatile light. I think it's a very bright light, and I do like having the option to break it down, shrink it up a little bit if I do want to pocket carry this, or throw it in the sheath, or if you don't mind carrying a light this size. 1100 lumens is quite the punch for 50 bucks. But that about wraps it up on the Thrunite Neutron 2C. If you guys have any further questions, definitely let me know. I think here soon we're going to be doing a comparison of lights this size. I have two other lights up here that we will be checking out very soon. I just don't have enough time with them to do a video on them, but I have been taking them to work, playing around with them at night, so we will be doing a flashlight comparison video here in the next few weeks. Now, as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.